Awesome. Well, I'm here with Lisa today, who just is still in the Zero to Launch program, but she's already finished it. I'm so excited to talk with you, Lisa. You've had such an amazing experience in the program. You just worked so hard. And I'm so excited to see your first business book out. And then now you have a second business that you've launched through the program. And I'm just really excited to chat with you today. Why don't you start by just telling me a little bit about, telling us, the audience, a little bit about your life, how you came across me, and what challenges, try to put yourself back. I know it was several months ago, but try to put yourself back into that mindset and like, what challenges were you having in your life and your business at that time? What is it that brought you to kind of join Zero to Launch and to start working with me?
Okay, so about a year before I found you, I started a virtual assistant business. And I was like first time entrepreneur, did not have any experience. And I had taken a different coaching program. And so I started to get clients and I was like, wow, this is actually working out. And then over the summer of 2022, I realized that like my love for astrology and doing birth charts is something that I could offer as a side hustle. So, but I didn't really know like what I knew had all these different ideas, like website, how I'm going to do my social media, what I'm going to offer. But I was like stalling a lot because I couldn't decide how to start and what would be worth my while and what is like what would move the needle and what order should I do it all in. I was just not doing anything. And it's actually funny how I found you because I was looking for work as I was looking for another client and I stumbled upon your job posting in the virtual assistant internships membership club. And I actually applied for a job, but while I was looking at your website, I saw your webinar and I don't remember what it was called, but it was like basically exactly what I was looking for at that moment, which was help with like Zero to Launch is a really good title because it's like, yeah, had the idea. I wanted to do it, but like, I got a full-time job. I'm not like it's not my expertise to start a business. So it just came along at the right time. And what I was looking for then was roadmap, which is exactly what it is.
Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. Yeah, I remember that. And I think it's so cool that like you came to me to apply to work with me as a virtual assistant and you end up finding exactly what you needed with how to launch your dream business in 90 days without letting overthinking hold you back webinar, which by the way is still
Yes.
available for evergreen for folks. And it's a great introduction to Zero to Launch, what we cover in the program, which is the roadmap, exactly like you said, to go from zero all the way to launch. So let's talk a little bit about your experience and results from doing the program. And obviously, you're still growing, you're still building, but like you said, you had a business as a VA when you started, and you had this idea that you wanted to start an astrology business on the side. So how
Mm.
has it gone for you? Where were you when you started, and like where are you now? Have you launched that business that you wanted to? Have you seen any change in kind of the number of your clients? Have you had any exciting firsts that you want to share with us?
Yeah. So I started the course in late October and it took me more like 180 days to like get to this point where I'm at now. Um, but yeah, I've been able to go through, all of the competition analysis that you do, all of the like brand positioning, which like I never really would have occurred to me to do. Looking at pricing, looking at like how much money I'm actually making. And so I actually launched on March 1st and I did my kickoff launch call on I think March 19th, which was like when Aries season starts, which is the astrological new year. So it was like very literal astrology for me. And since then, I've been like, but what also happened during all this time is like my other business blew up. So I had less and less time to work on it. I gave a lot of Saturdays and weeknights over to like, especially building my website took about a month, but I had a full-time job. Um, which is really exciting because I'm like, sometimes it takes a bit like the work I'm doing now in this astrology business is going to be blowing up, after a year, but so yeah, I have the Instagram I'm working on right now. I went through one of the referrals that you give at the end of the course for one of your website building partners, and I'm in production with them right now. So I'm literally writing all the copy for my website over this weekend.
That's so exciting. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know it's been amazing to see you progress over these months. And so you said your VA business has blown up. Do you think any of that is related to Zero to Launch?
Um, it's funny because another thing happened around the time that I found you by chance, which is like I joined this separate from this like goal setting group, and my goal was to get fully booked out. It happened within like 3 weeks. It was just like boom, 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 and then um, so that was like okay, I got what I asked for. Now I have to like figure out a way to make it work because I'd never been that busy as I was like I used to just feel to like take half the morning off, and like then I was like okay, I actually need to find a way to make this work. So there was like some adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it really taught me that like I can do a lot more than I thought and
That's
handle it.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget the questions.
That's okay. So you went from not being fully booked out in your virtual assistant business and not having an astrology business to now
Yes,
you're fully booked out in your virtual assistant business and you've launched your astrology business. Is that right?
that's right. And
That's
there was
awesome.
there was a webinar you did recently that was like talking about how to get your dream clients. So what I learned around that time was like I need to get rid of some clients that are not aligning with like the hours I want to work, the type of client it is. And I want to like leave the door open to those higher ticket clients that
Yeah.
so like I'm in that transition too, is like I just finished with that client and I'm ready to like look for like a really aligned with so my it's like I have all these things going on, but like my background is in science and I like the sort of like climate action movements. And so I want to work with a second company that is like aligned with those goals, who's like maybe into technology. And yeah, so I have the astrology business, which is like if anybody, so with my new website, I'm going to have a place to sign up for my newsletter. And I'm going to
Awesome.
be publishing a blog once a month and using that to keep people coming into the funnel
I love that.
and becoming a thought leader,
Yes.
and it's something that I know I can do sustainably and not burn out,
100%. I love
Yeah.
that. So let's talk a little bit more about some numbers, some results. So, what was it like for you? Where would you say you were at income wise when you came into the program versus where you're at now?
Okay, so I've more than doubled my income,
That's
and I think it's
amazing.
actually like 3 times more almost.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How does that feel?
It's amazing. I'm able to like I started an investment account.
Oh my gosh, Lisa.
I just got myself some nice patio furniture.
Yes.
I just bought a cute harness for my
Oh
kitten.
my gosh, I love it.
And it's just like so having one is like working in a job I built completely on my own, not working for anybody feels amazing. Waking up every day and knowing I'm like making these impacts for my clients and getting the gratitude that I never really got at a normal job.
Yes.
Um, Feeling really like powerful and in the zone almost every day.
Oh my God.
It's very gratifying, and I'm also very excited. It's been only a year and a half that I've been an entrepreneur, so like I really I'm seeing the long game and how
Yep.
much this could grow for me.
Heck yes.
Yeah,
Oh, everything you just said makes me so freaking happy and excited for you.
thank you.
I love, love, love hearing this because, yes, oh my gosh, yes to all of this. Okay, and so you also talked a little bit about we talked about your income. Let's talk a little bit too about you said you feel more appreciated, more valued. What about the types of clients that you're working with? Do you have more clients now than you did before? And what kinds of clients are you getting now versus the kind you had before?
So before, I would kind of just work with anybody who needed to work with me. I was lucky that right out of the gate, I had a really good client that I've stayed with, but the income has increasingly gone up as I've been with them about a year, and they're in the climate agricultural tech zone.
So cool.
um, so for a while, like I would have someone would buy 10 hours at once, but then they'd take a super long time to use it. And I realized that jumping between those projects, I was like burning out. And there was actually a time where I stopped posting and I took like 2 weeks because I was like, this is hard. Like,
Yeah.
so it was around that time that I saw the Dream Client webinar as well. I was thinking like, how can I make this work and scale without burning out? So I actually
Yeah.
work with less clients now that are
Yes.
higher ticket. I
Yes.
work with only two clients right now, and I would only consider taking on one more if it wasn't time dependent. So if I could work on it any time in the day or night, that's the criteria I would take on another and it would be exactly what I do, which is Canva design, copywriting, and posting.
Amazing. And your client sent you flowers that you have in the
Yes.
back.
Yes, I
So
got so beautiful.
it sounds
Yeah.
like you're working with clients you really enjoy working with.
Yeah, like I never even knew that I could align so well with my interests like 2 years ago. If you would have asked me what I would be doing, like I used to be a bartender, and I was like struggling with how much I despise working in an office all day. And I thought, you kind of just do that because it's what everyone else does. And it did not occur, like, it's been a thing of like, it's happened naturally to find these clients, but it's also been because like I put the work in every day. And I've had some lucky breaks but like then I've taken those and I've run with them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like, and then knowing that I'm providing a service that is literally making their lives easier.
Yeah.
And then like as well, like with the astrology business, like I often say things to people that they've never really occurred to them. Like people, so doing the birth charts, I really try to bring it in as like everybody's unique and special, and there's no like bad or good. It's all like who you are. And that's really gratifying as well, because I get to speak to people one-on-one and sort of like reveal what their own chart says about them, which a lot of people that I know don't know that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Um, and tell me a little bit about some of the non-tangible benefits of working with me. You already mentioned kind of like your mindset has shifted. Tell me about like your confidence, maybe things like your ability to position yourself better, or how you've gotten better at getting more leads or getting more clarity and confidence in what you're doing.
Yeah. So I learned a lot of terms that I did not know, like marketing terms, um, which is so important to know as an entrepreneur. But if you don't have, like, that's why I highly recommend coaching for people that want to do it right. And so also, I would say that, so yeah, I definitely have more confidence and I feel more like a boss, because like I have this like knowledge, and I know that any business I start or any existing business I have, I can use those same steps for any one of them. So like I'm about to do that rebrand, right? So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna use some of the elements, especially the brand positioning statement and values. Um, and I'd say like because I worked on this on top of my full-time job, I've gotten very efficient at like doing things in a way that won't burn me out.
Yeah.
And like doing the same type of work for a long time, not like doing a video here, video here,
Yeah.
and video here. Like just like I just finished the course and I did like a 2 or 3 hour block where I just watched like the last 4 videos in a row.
Awesome.
So I was like, I gotta finish it.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's a big
Thank you.
achievement. So tell me, what was it like going through Zero to Launch? Are you glad you did the program? Would you recommend working with me to someone else who is considering it or who's maybe on the fence?
So I would definitely recommend it to people who have a great idea, but who, like me, maybe are like stuck in a sort of like paralysis of not knowing where to start and not wanting to waste their time. What really appealed to me about you was that you were like, I have all this professional marketing experience. I have all these awards. I've worked with, National Geographic, which is so cool. And like I got sold like right away. I was like, this is so crazy because it's what I'm looking for. But yeah, like you could do it you could do it yourself. And if you wanted, like, if you like me and you have a full-time job, You want to just have a roadmap and also learn a lot about what it takes to build a business, right? So for me, when I love school, like I've always been such a nerd. So like when I got it, I was like really excited, and I like did every single assignment really diligently. Um, and yeah, there was times where I took a bit of a break because like I kind of am very like in tune with like when that's needed. But every time I would like get to the end of a module, I would be like so excited. And then you get to launch by the end of like what, module 4. So it's like I like how it's like you get out there and then you continue learning, because the selling and starting to sell is really important. You know, getting your first
100%.
clients.
Yeah. What was it like for you to get those first clients to launch your new business and get your first paying clients in your new business? Because I remember when you were talking to me and you're like, I just don't know if I can charge for this. Like maybe I'll just do it for free, you know?
Yeah, I was going to give a discount to anybody I've known longer than 10 years. And you were like, don't do that. It felt amazing. And especially, you know, doing like writing a website from scratch, and like it's because I was reaching out to family and friends, which like down the road I'm hoping to like have more of like a pipeline of people who are like my dream clients, setting it up that way. Um, so like working with some people who I haven't spoken to in like 15, 20 years was really nice. And yeah, it just feels amazing that your copy is like converting. And people also trust you because it's kind of personal information.
Yeah.
So not everyone wants to go there, you know?
Well, that's awesome. Lisa, I'm so happy for you. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything else you want to add about your experience in the program or anything else you would want to say to somebody who is considering joining?
I would say if you're considering joining, you know, you get a full year of support. Um, the Slack is fun to be in. Um, and, you know, I can't stress enough how much, if you want to do it right and be thorough and have a really great, the most highest chance of success that you have, I would definitely recommend doing Zero to Launch.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was so great catching up with you. And I'm so excited for everything that comes next for you.
Thanks, Tasha.